Okay. Okay, all fixed. All right. Thank you, Phantom, for letting me know. Okay, so let's finally get to your reading. And you wanted to know what's coming in for you. While I was going through all of that with the camera, the Seven of Pentacles did flip over. And I'm just getting your cards from the other deck. I don't know if you recently broke up with someone. I saw a flash of a Hierophant in reverse, but let's see what else came up. Okay. Yeah, new deck. Okay, so we're starting off with the Devil, with the Eight of Wands, and the Knight of Swords. You have the Seven of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles in reverse, with the Seven of Wands. You haven't been with anyone new. Okay. It seems like something ended though with the Hierophant, or with the Devil here. I do feel like you may feel like there's a lack of progress in some way, like something isn't moving forward, or one area of your life isn't showing any signs of progress. And you might be feeling very stuck with the Devil card, like you can't move on from something, or something's holding you back. There is also a couple of cards here about communication, like maybe something is holding you back from speaking up, expressing yourself, expressing your opinion. Things have been slow. Okay. And I don't know if this is money related or work related, but you also have two Pentacle cards. So you have the Seven of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles. So if you do any sort of contract work or anything like that, maybe things have slowed down for you. So there could be a lack of work. And like I said, a lack of progress. So you have here the Knight of Swords with the Seven of Wands. I feel like you do have something that you want to communicate with the Seven of Wands. It could be in defense of someone else, or you want to speak up for yourself in some way. Or you feel like you're on the defensive. So what's coming up for you? You're pretty guarded in general. Judgment in reverse. The first thing I thought of with this Judgment in reverse with the Knight of Swords is that being guarded right now might be working against you because you're not speaking up for yourself. So I don't know if you're being accused of something or if someone could be gossiping around you. There could be a lot being said and you don't feel like you're in a position to speak up for yourself, or you don't have the words, or you don't have some sort of standing where you feel like people will believe you or people will be on your side, because it's coming up that maybe you're a bit defensive. But if you're not speaking up for yourself, then you're giving away your power because other people are going to tell your story through their eyes. So they're going to create their own narrative. And so it's like you're going to be misjudged. You're not going to be perceived in the way that you want to be perceived. So it's like you have to take initiative to right any wrongs and get your own justice. And be in control of your own narrative, how you want to be perceived by others. So is there anything else? Yeah, the Hanged Man. And you got a lot of major arcanas. You got Judgment in reverse, you got the Devil, and now the Hanged Man. It's a lot of, like I said, limbo energy. So the only way to kind of get out of this would be the Knight of Swords, to speak up for yourself. You have to be the one to make the move, to set the record straight, to make sure there's no ambiguity as far as, or any confusion. You have to be the one to like I said, make things right. So that's what I have for you, Phantom. Thank you for being here. Everyone tapped out because of the camera issues, but yeah, that's your reading. You're welcome. And for anyone else that's in here, I see one other person. So if you wanted to post your question, you can. I'll be here for maybe an hour, 90 minutes. Don't know. Okay, the queue is wide open. So if anyone is here and would like to ask a question, you can. And I have to change the title so people know this is for free readings. It's been a while. So let's see. Okay, there we go. Hmm. Okay, cool. Okay, that should do it. And I might go on mute for just a little bit because I am coughing. I'm a little sick. But anyone that wants to ask a question, all you have to do is post it in chat. Hi, Princess Katso. How are you? Okay. So you wanted to know what G's true intentions and feelings towards you are. Just started talking. Okay. Okay, great. Thank you. Thank you for subbing. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Okay. So the bottom row here is a past, present, and future. And then I pulled 2 cards for intentions and feelings just to see what we get up top here. Oh. So 10 of Swords, Page of Swords. It's not looking great. Woo, 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 woo. So Princess, no offense, but this person is coming across as an asshole. So I'm just going to say that right off the bat. We have 2 Seven of Swords here in both of the decks. The Seven of Swords came out. And we could start here with the Two of Pentacles. So with this person, this is not someone to take serious. I'll just say that. There could be something going on personality wise as far as the way this person treats other people. It's just because I think this is not someone that can be trusted. So there is the Ten of Cups here, so I'll look into that. But this person could be lying. They could already be in a committed relationship with the Ten of Cups, and they're not telling you. But I'll look into it. But the reason why I said that with the Two of Pentacles coming out first, it just seems like this person's not taking you seriously. So it's like they're playing around, they're juggling. And the character in this card is actually literally juggling. But what I got from it was that they're just having fun. It's not serious for them. They're not feeling one way or the other, really. This was the initial, I guess, impression they had when they first got to know you. There is the Seven of Swords in reverse. So we can just take a look at that. But Seven of Swords, whether it's upright or reverse, is not a great card to get because it indicates that there's some sort of deception. So in this particular scenario, I'm taking it as this person's having their fun, but maybe they kind of realize that they're putting you in a position where you could get your feelings hurt. So with the Four of Pentacles in reverse, it's like, playtime is over. I'm going to just let this go. Like, I'm not going to keep this person on a hook or pretend that I'm interested. I'm just going to leave it alone with the Four of Pentacles here. And then if we look at the Ten of Swords and Page of Swords, for the intentions, the Ten of Swords, it doesn't really get no, this depiction's kind of good. It's showing 10 swords in this person's back. So this person never had good intentions to begin with. I don't know if this is how you met this person, if it's like a friend of a friend or someone you met at a party, because this person's literally at a party, and these people around could be gossiping around the person in the middle here, talking behind her back, that sort of thing. Talking down about someone even. Like cruel intentions. Like I feel like I know I came in kind of strong and kind of hot by saying they were an asshole, but it's like this person, they may not, they may be a gossip, but they might be kind of mean-spirited when they talk, like kind of harsh. And a gossip, they might be a gossip. Why is the Ten of Cups here? Why is the Ten of Cups here? Why is the Ten of Cups here? Four of Cups, a lot of fours. So Four of Cups in reverse. 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 Four of Yeah. So Four of Cups, Eight of Pentacles in reverse. It's like this person is coming to the realization that this isn't going to work. And not necessarily work with you. I don't know. There's something false going on here. Like this person is presenting themselves like they don't have good intentions. I don't know if they were trying to play you. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. It seems like this person was trying to play you, but then maybe at some point there was like, you know what, this isn't funny anymore, or I'm not enjoying this, or this isn't entertaining like I thought it would be. So I'm going to retreat, I don't know, back to what's familiar with the Ten of Cups, or back to someone I was dating before, or someone I already have a connection with. Like, this isn't fun for me. So I'm going to cut it out. That's the impression I'm getting. You're in the talking stage right now. Okay. That's the thing. To you, it might come across you're in the talking stage, but I think this person has already made up their mind they're not interested. So it's kind of like they've been keeping you around, and you have this impression that maybe this could go somewhere, but they've already made up their mind that it's not. You have two cards kind of indicating that things are not going to go anywhere, and that's the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. When it's upright, that means that's, someone's working on it. They're trying to make a connection, make a commitment. They're trying to build something. They're willing to put in the work. And when it's in reverse, it's like someone's quitting their job. They're quitting the effort. They no longer want to put in any effort. And then with the Four of Pentacles, this is like holding on tightly to someone for whatever reason, but they're just holding on tight. They're not ready to let go. But getting in the reverse like that, someone's letting go. I don't know. It seems like, because the only Cups card is the Ten of Cups, which is actually one of the best cards to get, but it's kind of out of context with everything else going on here, because then there's the Ten of Swords, which is just horrible. This is a horrible to get when it comes to relationships. And then everything else really isn't any cup cards. It's mostly pentacles and swords. So it's kind of, to me, it seems like they were keeping you around for a reason, but not necessarily for any emotional connection, any love or anything like that. Like, I don't even see any friendship here. I just see pentacles. Like they're almost using you for something. I don't know if you bought anything for this person, or there's some sort of value they saw in this connection, but they're still not going to keep it going. That's what I'm getting from the cards. And the one I didn't really look at is the Page of Swords. And this could be, I don't know, getting it in the reverse like that to me is like almost gossip with the Ten of Swords. Like, I don't know if this person was gossiping about you to others. No, you didn't buy anything. Okay. What else, Spirit? Is there anything else? Or, well, let's see. Three of Pentacles. I hope this isn't someone at your job. Um, what's the advice? There's a lot of pentacles. I don't know if you met this person through your work, but you don't want this to affect your work. Whatever this connection is not more important than how you make your money, get your income. But what's the advice, Spirit? They could be lying to you that they don't have a family or something. They could have a son, they could have children, they could still be involved with an ex. So this could be someone that shouldn't be in a talking stage because they're already in a committed relationship. What's the advice? Spirit, what's the advice? Page of Pentacles. I don't know if you're still here in the room, but the Page of Pentacles in reverse came out for you. And that is, to me, just putting a stop to this talking stage. Like, it's time to end this before, like I said, I think it could affect your work. Especially if this person is someone that likes to gossip. So I don't know if you left the chat and came back, but I was just saying for the advice, it's Page of Pentacles in reverse. So to me, that means not to continue to work on this or continue this talking stage with this person, because this could affect your work, and it could put you in a bad light with others. Like, they're going to get a bad impression of you because of this connection in some way. So to just kind of stop messaging this person and stop talking to them, because it could have a negative impact. Okay, so that's what I got. Oop, that's my stomach. That's what I got for you. And thank you for being here for your reading. Okay. So that was the reading for Princess Katso. And thank you for your question. And for anyone else coming into the chat, you can just post your question in chat. Hmm. Okay. Excuse me and all the coughing. Hi to everyone coming into the room. And when you're ready, you can post your question in the chat. I'm just noticing it says live, free, live personal tarot readings. So let me just edit that. We get it. It's live. Okay, there we go. And you can just post your question in chat if you have one. Or just hang out and watch. You're welcome. You're welcome, Princess. Why is the cord in the video? There we go. I do see a couple of people in chat in the room, so if you'd like, you can go ahead and post your question. Hi, it's just Crimson. How are you? Yes, you can. Mm-hmm. How does S feel towards you? Okay, so let's see. No worries. Okay, how does S feel about It's Just Crimson? lock in. So hold on, just one moment. How does S feel towards it's just crimson? How does S feel towards it's just crimson? Okay. Ooh. If this is a romantic connection, you have, I think, two of the best cards that you can get for that with the Ten of Pentacles and the Four of Wands. It is being led off with the Eight of Swords here, so we're just going to get some context. Okay, this is really good. It's showing the progression of this person's feelings towards you. And with the Eight of Swords in reverse and the Five of Cups in reverse, I don't know. There was something going on with this person. They might have been hung up on an ex, so that's definitely a possibility. They could have had their doubts in some way, but I don't think it's directly related to you. It's just that maybe they came out of a relationship recently that was kind of difficult, or they had a bad breakup, or there was just something going on with them internally that they needed to work through and deal with. But it seems like after whatever those hangups were, they've come to the conclusion that they can see um, a connection with you. So I'm taking this as romantic. And with the Ten of Pentacles, the Four of Wands, and the Hierophant, these are some of the best cards you can get for a romantic relationship, because this says that this person could see a future with you, that they could see a committed relationship with you. Like they're already kind of building that up in their own mind, of just really like walking through the rest of their life with you. Like that's how committed they are to the idea of, oh, I could see almost like this person could be my best friend and this person could also be like my romantic partner. Like they see you as a perfect match. So, Four of Wands traditionally is kind of the marriage card, and then the Hierophant too, which is like the commitment card. Or you're like a perfect fit. And again, Ten of Pentacles, like you're someone that they could build a future with. They want to share their resources. They want to share a home. They want to share a future with you. So the Seven of Cups here, I feel like this is someone that they could have had options. So, or someone that might be just not used to commitment. This could be someone, like I know I said that they could have went through a bad breakup, but another possibility is that it's someone that's so used to being alone, like a bachelor or bachelorette, or someone who hasn't dated much. So this is kind of a complete 180 for them. Maybe they didn't really see themselves as someone that would be married or could be in a long-term committed relationship. So it doesn't feel or it didn't feel in the past like something that was possible. But all of that has changed. She's been in a few bad relationships. Okay. Okay. So I just want to see why the Seven of Cups here. And you said that you're surprised. So let's explore just a little bit more here. But it's very positive. Like I said, some of the, I mean, they are the best cards. The Hierophant, Ten of Pentacles, and Four of Wands for love relationships. So Two of Cups in reverse. Now this, when I was shuffling, it did want to come out. Two of Cups in reverse. So we got Five of Cups, Seven of Cups, and now the Two of Cups in reverse. I don't know. You said bad breakups, but I feel like this person, sometimes reality doesn't match up to what they're hoping for, what they dream of. This might be someone that's in their head a lot. I'm kind of stuck on this. The Seven of Cups, Two of Cups in reverse. I just get a sense that this person doesn't feel like they would ever meet someone. Like maybe a lifelong loner, that sort of thing. Yeah. Five of Swords. This is taking a turn, actually. Five of Cups, Five of Swords. I'm not going to get too deep, but now we have the Hierophant in reverse. I don't know. And I don't want to get too all up in your business, but there's something that's coming to me about a same-sex relationship. So it feels like, I don't know if this person is bisexual or not. And this is an 18 plus chat, everybody. So please, if you're not old enough to understand what I'm saying, or like, please leave the chat. So I'm just saying, it's almost like this person is switching sides or something. So if they were in hetero relationships before, they might be entertaining the idea of a same sex relationship, or vice versa. So if this is someone who has been for years telling people, "Oh, I'm gay" or something, and then it's like they're going rogue or going against the grain in some way, and maybe they're entertaining the idea of being with or being in a hetero relationship. Something like that is what I'm getting, but you let me know if that applies. But it's something about a change in choices, a change in direction, and going against the grain. Or maybe there's some differences in religious beliefs or like racially different or something like that. That could have been before like a barrier. Someone didn't want to maybe disappoint their family or something like that. But now this person's kind of listening to their heart, listening to what they want to do. They feel maybe more mature to decide who and what they want to bring into their life. So it's no longer about people pleasing or trying to avoid conflict. They just want to listen to their heart, that sort of thing. It's kind of like almost too many cooks in the kitchen, like listening to too many other people's opinions about how they should live their life, and they're letting that go now. They have bad anxiety, so that resonates. I don't think she is, or at least that I know. Okay. That's just something that came up, but I do think this person is trying to listen to their heart and not have so many other people influence their decision making about how they should live their life. Because with the Eight of Swords, it's like overthinking. Too much overthinking. Leaning to regret with the Five of Cups. And so that wraps it up for you. It's just Crimson. Thank you for posting your question. And yes, Chrissy. Hi, Chrissy. You can post your question. And there was another one, Paula. Hi, Paula. So you'll be next. Thank you. Okay, so Paula's question is next. Am I wasting my time wanting to invest in things with JC? Okay, so let's have a look. You're welcome. Thank you. It's just Crimson for your question. So, is Paula wasting her time wanting to invest things with JC? And I'm going to end it at 12:30. So I'll take, after Chrissy, probably one more question. It's probably wanting to invest things with JC. Okay, so let's see. Judgment. Okay, so the top row is actually answering the question with the two upright cards, and I'm taking it as a yes. That you are, because it's basically a yes no question, and so yes, you are wasting your time. And with the past present future reading in the bottom row. And again, I never assume it's a romantic connection, but if this is, it seems like there's a possibility that there could be someone else that this person's entertaining or has interest in. So if you are, you know, as they say, putting all your eggs in one basket, the other person isn't. So they are entertaining other options and just kind of seeing who's going to win, basically, with the Five of Wands. Like, who has the most attributes I'm looking for in a person, that sort of thing. Like competition. You have competition. So even if this person is committed to you, which is strange, um, because the Four of Wands does talk about commitment. You have a lot of wands. Four of Wands, Five of Wands, Three of Wands. Your friends that reconnected. Okay. So this person may just see you as a comfort zone, like someone, okay, you dated in the past. So they kind of see you as like a like a soft spot to land. So you're someone to them that they can always go back to. I think that's the way that they see you. That whatever happens in life, wherever they move to, like let's say if they go away to school or if they move, um, and they want to reconnect, that you'll always be there. Like you're a source of comfort, a source of stability, but I don't think it's necessarily something that they want to build a future with you in some sort of romantic sense. They see you as a friend. Um, they may like the attention though. So if you give this person a lot of attention, or I don't know if you're flirty, and I don't know if you two have been, well, you said you dated in the past. So they might like the sexual component, like they might connect with you in that way. So if there was anything to come from this, like they wouldn't be opposed to like hooking up again, having sex again, anything like that. Like if the opportunity came up, they would be down for it, basically. But anything past that, I don't think this person sees you in that way. I am going to look at the Judgment card though. And I think with the Three of Wands, if you're kind of waiting for this person to change their mind or see you in a different way, you can do that. You can do whatever you want, but you're going to be waiting a long time. Like this person may not even be someone that wants a committed relationship with anyone right now. They may want to play the field. They may want to be out and dating, or I don't know, like just live life as a single person. They may not really be in the mood for a relationship. I don't know if this person is into sports or if they travel, but or if they're an athlete. But it's kind of like there's a lot of fire energy on the board. So this could be someone that's got a lot going on, a lot of different interests. They're like a mover and a shaker, like they're on the go. So, okay, yes, at sports. I don't know if this is a professional athlete or like a pre-professional athlete, like college sports or something. But that could be their main focus. Why is the Judgment card here? Not professional. Okay. So the Three of Swords is in the reverse here, clarifying the Judgment card. I think if you want clarity about the situation, maybe the best thing to do is just be very direct with this person and ask them, is there, I have feelings for you still. Is there a possibility that we could date? Or something like that. I mean, you'd have to say it in your own words, of course, but I think if you did that, if you were very direct with this person, you would find out from them that they're not interested in you in that way. And you'll avoid a lot of heartbreak that way. Initially, it might, there would be some heartbreak here with the Three of Swords. But this is the type of heartbreak that you're avoiding where it's like you've, like you said, invested a lot of time, a lot of effort into trying to make something work, when really just a simple question, being very direct, you won't have to go through all that. So you'll get a straight answer if you just approach it that way. Be very straightforward. So I think that's the reading. And for anyone else here, Chrissy. Okay, so Chrissy wants to know what's coming towards you in love. Okay. You're welcome, Paula. And thank you for your question. Okay, so Chrissy is up next. Love. What's coming towards Chrissy for love? Okay. Yes, hi Val, you can ask a question. You can post it. Ooh. First out, Knight of Cups, upright. Four of Pentacles in reverse. Ten of Swords. Okay. Let's see. We'll see. question valve. Right now we're doing Chrissy's question. It's coming towards Chrissy and love. I do want to say when I was shuffling this deck, I did see the Ten of Cups. So when I saw that, I did think of family. I don't know if this is family you already have or this is your future family, like children. And I also did think of a pet. Like if you don't have a pet now, you might think about getting a pet in the near future, like a dog. But for romantic love, I'm assuming you're asking about romantic love. And with the Ten of Swords here, so with both of the decks, you have the Knight of Cups. But with the future energy, it's the Ten of Swords and then the Page of Wands in reverse. What I'm getting from this is like there could be someone that's going to come in real quick, real hot and heavy, like a lover boy type energy, like someone's trying to get on your good side, but also love bomb you, like that lovey-dovey stuff. But I'm getting the sense it's going to end quick, like just as quickly as they come in with that lovey-dovey almost bullshit. Like it doesn't feel, even though the Knight of Cups is upright, it doesn't feel all the way genuine. Like this is something that this person does this. Like they come in trying to make you swoon, try to make you fall in love with them, try to get you on their good side. But just as quickly they drop you, like they betray you. So this could be someone who's, trying to sleep with you or trying to get attention. They don't mean what they say though. So they go from the Knight of Cups to a Page. It's like a very quick turnaround. Like they switch it up real quick. So they come in presenting as a knight, and then by the end of it, you see them as a page. Oh, you see that this person is immature. They don't mean what they say. They're not going to follow through on any of these kind of lovey-dovey promises that they're making. And what I was getting, that this could be someone on an app, like it's a dating app type of situation. So the way they're presenting themselves initially on the app or in the chat would be completely different from reality if you were to meet this person in person. So there's a disconnect. So if this is like a dating app situation, I would even say don't even bother. Like, don't even bother meeting up with this person, because this is the type of person with the Ten of Swords that would say, oh, let's meet up, give you a time, the date, the location, but then they don't show. And then they give you some little funky excuse and say, let's try again next weekend, and then they don't show up again. Like the Ten of Swords, it always kind of talks about a betrayal. And it's not a one-time thing. There's like 10 swords in this person's back. So it's like they would continuously disappoint you. And with the Page of Wands, they might kind of turn you off of dating, or like turn you off of the dating app. It's like, I don't even want to use this anymore. So with the Tower card, it's like a warning. Like someone could come in very hot and heavy, but just listen to your gut, listen to your intuition about this person. Like take everything they say and just kind of like, okay, like I hear you, but there's a possibility that they're full of shit, basically. But what's advice here. Yeah, but as far as the other things in your life, I don't know. With the Ten of Cups, there could be like a family reunion or celebration coming up in your near future, maybe for the holidays. That's what I got from that. But also a pet. Like, I don't know if you're interested in getting like a puppy or a little small animal or something like that to be your pet, but there is some sort of love coming into your life, but this isn't it. This is not, it's not romantic love, really. It's something else going on. But let's see what the advice is. The advice is a Fool card in reverse. So, if you're someone who typically, I feel like in a way, if you're someone who typically takes people at their word, like if someone says they're going to show up, they're going to do this, they're going to do that, you believe them, and maybe you might get attached too quickly. Like with the Fool card, it's like you're too quick to jump into a relationship or too quick. You might be someone who gives a lot of chances, like the benefit of the doubt, like, oh, so and so said they would do this, but you wait so long for the right person. Let me ask that, and then I'll get to Val's question. And this is romantic love. Is love ever romantic love? I really don't want to try to predict your future or anything like that. I'd rather give advice, but let's just see what the cards have to say. So let's see what the advice is. To bring love into your life. This was determined to come out. You got the Ace of Swords in reverse, Five of Pentacles, High Priestess in reverse. Man, there's something here about honesty. Like, there has to be, I think, honesty with yourself and with others. You're maybe just a little bit too closed off. So, the Hermit didn't come out anywhere, but There's something going on with honesty, being real with yourself. I don't know. Something is coming up about your standards. Something about standards. I don't know. When you talk about love, I don't know if you're talking about it in a like a traditional sense as far as like a two people in a committed relationship, that sort of thing. Because if that's the case, if that's I don't even think that's something that it doesn't seem like that's something that you want, but only you can really know that for sure. Let me look at the other deck. Like I said, the hammer didn't come up, but this is like a very lonely energy. All right, Five of Pentacles here. Seven of Swords. Yeah, I think I said that in the beginning. Like, there's something about Seven of Swords is about deceit. It's about lying. Nine of Cups again. You got the Nine of Cups in two different decks. You're always alone and you're waiting so long for the right person. Maybe just evaluate what is the right person, what does that look like for you? Like really try to pinpoint what that is instead of relying on the idea that maybe you'll meet someone that kind of fits what you're looking for. Like, I don't know, it's like something about it's just kind of too wide open as far as your standards or something like that, or your expectations are too high. It's like there's a disconnect. Like, that's part of the reason why I'm not able to connect with the reading. It's like because I feel like there's a disconnect happening with what you want, what you truly want. Like, if you're being honest with yourself versus what maybe you think others expect you to have in your life. Like, there's something unconventional, not so traditional here that I'm not really grasping. But maybe kind of examine what it is you really want. If you've been single for a very long time, you may be past certain milestones. Like maybe you don't want a traditional family at this point because maybe you don't want to have children. Or maybe you don't want the typical white picket fence and 2.5 children and a dog and a cat and all that, like the traditional ideas of what a relationship and love and commitment would look like, maybe that's not something you ever intended to have or wanted. Maybe it's something a little different. So maybe pinpointing that. I've been so many countries that don't have luck with men. I just always get these losers who are childish, gross. These type of men I get. You're sick of it. Okay. So let's see what the advice is. What is the advice? Hierophant, the Empress in reverse. Man, you got the Nine of Cups here twice. So I will say that can be a positive because in the end, once you decide what you want to have, it's achievable. You can do it. So you can get what you want. The Nine of Cups is the wish card. I think it is about deciding exactly what it is that you want. And again, I'm just getting a very strong sense it's not traditional. So I'm taking it so many different ways, but I'm not 100% comfortable saying it, but this is an 18 plus chat. Like something, I'm just gonna have to take it there. I'm sorry. But something maybe like a fetish. Like if you're someone that has a sexual fantasy or a fetish or something like that, like what is it, S&M, something like that. Like this is something that's a little bit non-traditional, and you let me know it. You don't even have to let me know if that applies or not. But you'll use your own discernment to figure that out. But there's something like a power dynamic or something like that. Like you want maybe a submissive and dom relationship or something. That's what I'm getting. Like it's something that's a little bit non-traditional, that if that's something you're interested in, you know, when it's very specific like that, you can't expect someone random to be on board with what you're interested in. You kind of have to seek that out. So you have to go to the dating apps and the chat rooms and stuff like that that are interested in those things, so you can find someone who's on the same page. Because if you're just going into it just expecting like you meet some random meet cute, you meet somebody at the library or something, and they're just going to be interested in the same things you're interested in, if it's not exactly, and that's not exactly a taboo thing or anything like that, but if you want specific things, you have to find them in specific places. I'll say that. Um, because you didn't mention that up top, like childish, kind of gross type of men and stuff like that. You might want someone who is more mature, can handle those sorts of conversations. That's what I'm getting, but I don't know where I'm picking that up from. So Let's see if there's any other advice. You did get the Hierophant, so I will say that there is the potential to get into a relationship that is something you want, like something that's going to meet your standards. There's something about standards too, something that will align with what you want. Um, and Chrissy, if that doesn't apply, it doesn't have to apply. Don't make it apply if it doesn't. I really could be picking that up from elsewhere, but I got a general sense that if there's something specific you want, you have to really be clear, like clearly define what it is what you want, and not expect, again, like a random meet cute to fulfill whatever these standards are. Like you have to be very intentional, I think. It could be anything. Like let's say you want to date a person in a certain income bracket. Like you don't want to date somebody that's not making, or who doesn't have like $1 million or more. Like you might have expensive taste. So you want to meet someone that can fulfill that for you. You can't rely on Tinder for something like that. You have to go to, I don't know, whatever dating apps there are to meet someone, like Raya or something. Like maybe even dating celebrities or something. Like it's something about standards and particular taste. I think that's what it is. Like a very particular taste. And again, don't be mad at me if it's not a fetish thing. That was just an example. It could be anything. Like you have particular music that you're into. Like you like 1940s music. The average person may not be into 1940s music, so you have to kind of go to that audience, to that group, like to someone that would be have this similar interest. So that's what I got from that. Moving on to Val's question, and I know I might have lost that person with that, and that's okay too. Like I'm glad that's over. So Val's music. I think you're gonna be the last question or second to last question. If there's anyone else here that wanted to post a question, I'll take Val's and one more person, and then that will be it for tonight. And I want to thank everyone for showing up and for participating in the stream. Okay, so Val's here. And Val had a very specific question. You want to know, is Justin your dad? Is that correct? I don't know what the Nash part is. Nash, is Justin my dad? Okay, so Val's, so with yes, no questions, I do have a specific method I use for that. Your other name is Nash. Okay, so I usually pull 2 cards, and this is very specific. So if they're both upright, I take it as a definite yes. Reversals are no. So let's see what comes out for you. before I get all the context, let me just ask the question. Okay. So let me see what you said. He came to you one day, your first time meeting him, and told you that he gave you away for adoption. I didn't believe him, but I was just confused. You haven't spoken to him since. So you got the Sun in reverse and the Hierophant upright. The thing is, like, there are ways to investigate this. So I know you're asking in a tarot card reading, but you can get physical evidence of this. Like, if this is someone you're in communication with, like, you can get paternity testing, like, or some sort of testing, genetic testing, to determine if this person is actually your father. And I'm not sure if this is a trolling question or if this is a genuine question. Like when I first read it, um, it didn't feel like a real question. Like this is a real question someone would bring to um, a tarot reading. So I would suggest if you're genuinely interested in finding out or determining who is your father, you can use like established methods of finding that out. So that's what I would recommend so you have a definitive answer. Sure. Um, but that's what I'm getting from that. um, and so that's it on your question, Val. But thank you for asking and for being a part of the stream. I do have time for one more question. So for whoever is left in the chat, if you want to just go ahead and post, these will be the last questions I'll take, and then we'll be done for the night. Okay. Hi, King. So you wanted to get a question for was this a general question or okay, do you see my ex coming back to me? Okay. So I will read this one for King. And this is kind of last call. So if anyone else would like to post their question, you can go ahead and do that now. And then these will be the last questions for the night. So King wants to know, do you see my ex coming back? Okay. Okay. Life coach, you're welcome to ask the question. I don't have a problem with trolling, really. I'm just going to eventually block you. But while you're here, you could definitely ask a question. I don't mind. That was a bad shuffle. So just one more. Okay. So we're just going to focus on Kings reading right now. Okay, so you have the Magician, Ace of Pentacles, Knight of Cups in reverse for the top row. Three of Swords, Seven of Cups, and the Chariot in reverse. So, to answer the question, do you see my ex coming back to me? Yes. But it's not going to go the way that you expect it to or the way that you want it to. Like, will this person be a part of your life in the future? Yes. But it may not be romantically. Like, you might be lifelong friends. With the Ace of Pentacles, is a potential there if you want this person in your life. Like, let's just say you've always enjoyed their friendship, or you can joke around, you enjoy their company. There's always the possibility of that, that you could have a new beginning. Like, let's say once you broke up, you parted ways, you didn't talk at all, there is a possibility that you could still be on good terms with this person. So you can reconcile, you can have some sort of connection still with this person. But with the Knight of Cups in reverse, it's not romantic. If you look at the rest of the cards too, like the only kind of romantic cups card is the Knight of Cups, and it's in reverse. Everything else doesn't really pertain to love, like romantic love. You got the Three of Swords in the past energy, which represents a heartbreak. And it could be on one or both sides. So it could have been a difficult breakup. And with the Seven of Cups in reverse, with the Chariot in reverse, it's like someone's come to the conclusion that, man, like this is not something that they want anymore. Like they don't want to repeat whatever this was that happened in the past. So it's kind of like that door is shut, like in a romantic sense. There's no going back in that way. But with the Ace of Pentacles, you can still, like I said, be on good terms with this person. And it could be this could be a lifelong friendship that you could have with them. But it's not really a romantic thing. Um, yeah, and with the Chariot reverse, it's like things they're not going anywhere in that sense. Like it's not going to magically turn into like a lovey-dovey connection again. So, no, I'm saying there could still be friendship, but it's not romantic. It's not romantic. So, that's what I get for you, King. And Life Coach is trolling. Was there anyone else in chat right now that had a question? And Life Coach, just so you know, you're just adding to my comment counts, and you're just like, it doesn't hurt my stream that you're trolling. It doesn't affect me personally at all. But if anything, you're helping with my viewership. So, and that's me or any other channel that you troll. So it helps more than it hurts. But you got your attention, so that's good. Parth, is this a question you had about money cards? I just need you to rephrase the question. You're very welcome, King. If it could just be a little bit more specific, Parth, and then I could take your question. And that'll be it. No one else is posting, so. I dropped the cards. Okay. No thanks for being here. Okay, maybe that's it. So last call for Parth. Because I'm not ready to go. I might have one more question in me. Okay, I think that's it. We're done. All right, thank you for everyone who came out, and have a great rest of your night. Thank you. Bye.